Well, here's one of my other Black Friday purchases. A Masterbuilt smoker. Regular price is $3.99. And these were $199, and this is the 40-inch. This ain't those 30-inch ones that are around $2.99 for the 30-inch. This is the 40-inch one. So we shall go ahead. Let's get this camera back a little bit and open this thing up. Alright, this thing is humongous. It's supposed to be able to do 16 chickens, 8 racks of ribs, 16 fish fillets, or 144 jerky strips. Here is the power button right here. Here's the temperature set, and here's the timer set. So you just push the power button, make it come on, hit your temperature, up, down for the temperature you want, and then hit temperature again, sets the temperature. Go to the timer button, hit the timer button once, and then it goes to the hours. So you can set the up or down arrow to go to your hours, how many hours you want to set it for. I put it on 3 hours. Hit it again, then it goes to minutes. But I wanted to keep it at hours, so I just hit it again. So I put it at 3 hours, and then it starts. The red light comes on right there, and it is starting. To use meat probe, if featured, light meat probe. Here's your meat probe button right here. Insert meat probe into center of meat to get most accurate reading. Press and hold meat probe button. This LED will display show internal temperature of meat. Once meat probe button is released, LED display will return to set temperature or set time. So you have to come out to set your see what the meat temperature is. You hold down on the meat probe button, and then it'll display the temperature of the probe or inside of the meat. Oh, right over here. Let's see if I can catch that. Right there. When I flip my flip screen upside down, or so I can see in the front, it puts everything upside down, so it's hard to like, okay, where am I? Okay, right here, there's already smoke, and it smells like burning oil and stuff already coming out of there. And that's why, I don't know if you could see it on there or not, and I just barely turned it on. That is why you want to run it for a couple hours, so you can burn all the oil and stuff from the when the manufacturer, when they press the metal. So I will just let it smoke for a while. One thing I do need to do though before it gets too hot. Ooh, look at that smoke come out when I open that door up. Ugh, and that is all oil smoke. So I am going to pull out my grates, and I will take those in the house and wash them, because I definitely don't want that oil smoke sticking on the grates where I'm gonna stick the meat on. Might not add a very good flavor, but it comes with four really big racks. So get that door closed back up. But yeah, the way that smoke was rolling out that door, definitely want to keep those vents open so that oil smoke comes out. You don't want that coating the wall, and you definitely want to take your grates out because you do not want them covered in oil smoke. Alright, some people say to soak the wood, but I usually don't. But to each their own, I guess. So I am going to put some wood directly in it. In the chip holder. Chip holder's nice and warm. Not sure how many times you're supposed to fill that up and dump it, but I'll do it. Just fill that thing up twice and dump it in there. I'll check inside to see what level it looks like. Alright, looks like 2 of those full fills the pan up about right, so now I know how full to fill it. You can see I just barely put the wood in there and it's already starting to smoke. So it actually works pretty darn fast. Look at that. That is just, let's get closer. That is crazy. That is inside the door. Wow. That is gonna make some awesome jerky. This is my main ingredients right here for my brine. I use about, I end up making about 4 cups worth. Maybe to 5 cups, enough to cover the meat. But I use about 2 cups of soy sauce. Regular soy sauce, not low salt. Some garlic powder. Some onion powder. This is what we use now is the pink Himalayan salt. I mean, you can use regular salt. I usually just put it in there till taste. You want it pretty salty because the meat's only going to absorb so much. I mean, some people like lots of salt, some people don't. Then I put some of the Blackstone Steakhouse seasoning in there. This is the first time I did this. Normally I do put pepper, but this has got some pepper, or mostly pepper in it, and a little bit of garlic and salt and stuff. But normally I just put ground pepper in there, and then I put some sugar in there. Probably maybe half a cup of sugar I put in there. Give it a little sweetness. And that's pretty much all my ingredients I use. And then of course mix water in there to dilute it out a little bit. And then I just cut up the meat, put it in the bowl, and then dump the brine over it. You can see it's a nice thick liquidy. It's pretty thick, but when you first start it's not that thick, of course, because that's the mixture of the meat juices and the salts and the sugar thickening up and everything. So I just stir it every 2 or 3, 4 hours or so, and I put it in the fridge and let it soak overnight. I've done up to 24-hour soaks. This one's going to be probably about an 18-hour soak, but I've done up to 24-hour soaks. And what it does, that soy sauce, it just, oh my gosh, it just adds such a good flavor. Alright, got it all setting out. Now I'm going to put some cookie sheets over the top of it. Since I'm going to let it sit out for a while. Make sure no dust and stuff gets on it. Alright, this jerky's been sitting for about 45 minutes. It's now dark outside, but now it's perfect. Alright, just brought in two of the racks. Brought the meat where it's still flexible but it's stiff. When you squeeze or twist it, it cracks but it doesn't come apart. And that is one of the perfect ways to do it, where it's still chewable. And the other ones I'm gonna pull out when they're really dry. So this is my Sturgis shirt from riding my motorcycle to Sturgis. Anyway, I will pull the other ones out in a little bit. It just smells so good in my house right now coming off that. But as soon as it cools down enough, I'll close the bags up and stick it in the fridge. Anyway, there you go. Delicious stuff. Simple to make, quick. And I got, like I said, I did 5 baggies off of the 2 racks. I probably already ate a baggie and a half myself. And several big pieces off of the other ones too, but because I couldn't help myself eating a piece after it was cooking for about 2 hours. It is now 10:30 and I put them in at 5, so it's been 5.5 hours that it's been cooking. And that just came out just perfect at 5.5 hours. Alright, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.